Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Bell. It is Monday, June 3rd, 2024. It is a little more than 60 seconds after the bell, which means it's time to go beyond the news, beyond the charts. Beyond the Bell brought to you by our good friends over at the Blue Sky Trading Company for the clearest path to a live brokerage account. Live trading with Mike every day in the Discord. In this wonderful show, you have no reason to get your content, get your accounts anywhere. Check us out, bluesky.pro. And I know we got a lot of new Blue Sky traders after the conclusion of their Memorial Day sale, where they had 50% off all accounts. They do that a few times a year, so if you missed this one, stay tuned. But honestly, you can't go wrong even paying full price for one of their accounts, or even with a standard 10 or 20% off, because if you know what you're doing, you get through it, you get to brokerage. And if you get to brokerage after passing your eval with a 25% consistency, it doesn't matter if they charge you $50, $100, $500 for the account, you get your money back of that first month, that sign-up fee. So highly encourage you to check that out. Whew, I need to take a breath for just a minute, if you be. Been a long day. And not a long day implies bad day. It really wasn't. Actually, I had a really good day, but it was a long day. And it wasn't like an extraordinary day. Like extraordinary days are when something, well, by definition, outside of the ordinary happens, right? And those can be good events, bad events. Obviously, there's a lot of bad events. There's good events. You know, I shared a couple weeks ago on the show. I just got engaged. That's a nice event. You know, unless you're like Warren Buffett or Rupert Murdoch, you know, that only happens 5 or 6 times during your life, right? Or insert celebrity person here, right? But I joke, but like, you know, sometimes just a routine day can be fun, right? And can be well, fun maybe is the wrong term, but can be good, right? Like I got into the day today, caught my first trade of the day, small loser, down about $300. But it was a really nice setup. It was a setup. If I saw it right now, I'd take it again, right? And that's a quality setup. Trade didn't work out. Happens. Next 2 trades, and guys, I don't share numbers a ton because I you know, how much I make really does not matter, because I want you to make just as much, if not more, than me. But I had a couple $1,500 winners in a row, right? So at that point, up close to $3,000 on the day, it's time. You know, at that point, I didn't sleep well last night, so I hit these trades. I get into noon, and I'm like, you know what, that was awesome, but I really need to step back and just, you know, kind of decompress a little bit. So I had to get some stuff done on the outside of the house, little landscaping. We got some kids in the neighborhood like to bang on doors and run away. So I put in a new video doorbell. I've never had one of those before. So I did all this. So I sit here doing this show, excited to be with you and talk to you and tell you about the markets. But I sit here with having had a nice trading day, got a couple of the honey-do list. In this case, I'm both the honey and the dew, right? And I'm ready to talk to you in the show. And guys, in about 25 minutes, I will be enjoying a nice glass of bourbon on the front porch and looking forward to a day well done. And hopefully I don't get bombarded by these stupid-ass cicadas that have been flying around. Like, they're getting they've been loud for a couple weeks now, and they're getting real annoying. And I'm up on a ladder, and I'm getting dive-bombed by these things. So it's they're you know, yeah, I don't like them very much, but they make a very satisfying crunch when you step on them. But anyway, enough about the cicadas. It is time to go to the big picture. Let's take a look at the ES. And hello, Henrik, Rocco, SLT, Eric. Saw Hack Duggan as opposed to Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Doji Trader, Tiana, Dragon. What's going on, my friends? Always good to see you. I do have to say I didn't have time to import the graphic here, guys, but the new competition starts tomorrow. The June competition, the competition accounts, $5 accounts if you're already a Blue Sky member, which, hey, they just had 2 full weeks of 50% off sale, and we gave away a bunch of accounts, so there's no reason for you to not jump on board with this competition. Fun little thing to hone your trading skills. If you're brand new to these competitions, your first goal should be just keep the account above break even over the course of a month. And if you've been in these competitions before, well, get out there and win the damn thing, right? So, yeah, I'm just, you know, a little. It's very hot outside. I'm getting dive bombed by cicadas. I had to come back in, kind of reset myself a little bit. All right, so in the ES here, guys, 5,200 was kind of the line in the sand. I told you a lot of our spot gamma friends, everybody had said, if we get below there, it's full on risk off, right? So as far as the option chains are concerned, and people will start to position themselves for puts a lot lower. So that was sort of the accelerated, could have accelerated our downturn. Instead, just above that, about 5 points above that, last Friday was our pivot point, and a very strong upward movement from there. A little topping action here. And here we go. So we looked like we were headed back down well below 5250 today, and instead we rallied strong into the afternoon all the way back up to 5300. However, we are still in a downtrend, right? Short-term downtrend, right? We're in a bear. Matt said we're in a bear market, and no, I'm just saying short, because what is a downtrend, right? A series of lower highs and lower lows, and that's exactly what we've seen over the course of the past 3 or 4 sessions. Now we are rallying. Okay, and I'm counting this as a high, so if we push back over 32 or 53.20 over here, I'm calling for an end to this short-term downtrend, and at that point, we will be back on watch for new all-time highs. Even clearer picture here in the NQ, guys. All right, we're back up to the, again, guys, stay with me on this, right? One of the most, especially in candlestick charts, in technical analysis in general, doesn't matter if it's line charts, bar charts, Renko charts, one of the key core concepts, say that 5 times fast, of technical analysis is previous resistance becomes support, previous support becomes resistance, right? So I want you to pay a lot of attention sort of this 18,700 level, right? And keep in mind, support and resistance isn't to the tick, right? Oh, we're at 18,800.25. Resistance has fallen, right? No, okay? It's a sustained move above that area for a break of resistance, or a sustained move below a certain area for a support, right? And here we go. We came up to 18,700, banged our head on it. So this is now resistance. Okay, resistance is broken. And now look what happened, guys. This becomes support, becomes support, becomes support until we broke down through it. Now it's resistance. So this 18,700 level, it's like the analogy you guys have heard me use on this show many times before. It's like the toxic ex, right? We all have that buddy. Hopefully, if you don't have that buddy, it was probably you. But we all have that buddy. I had a buddy who the last couple years of high school and for most of college and for a couple years after that kept going back to the same toxic ex. Right, and so just no matter how far away he got, seemed to always find his way back there. And this is the same thing with 18,700. It's not really a pinning action. Pinning is where the price really struggles to break away. Right, we've been 300 points above it with a brief break of 19K back here on the 23rd of May, and we've been as far as about 400 some points below it. But we just keep coming. I just can't quit you. Right, we just keep coming back to this area. So the first time we get a sustained move away from here, either breaking down below 350 or recapturing new all-time highs above 19K. Until then, we're just gonna, the 4-hour strategy has been mean reverting, and it has been very, very, very fun to watch. Today, very fun to trade. And so, lots of stuff going on there. So I see everybody else: Tyler, Yisrael, Saif, TCG, Jan, Michael, Godwin, nice to see everyone today. Yeah, a lot of waves today, a lot of up and downs. I hope you're just using that for an analogy. If you're an Elliott wave trader, you're not allowed to be in this chat. No, I'm just kidding. The Elliott wave guys are no different than some of the other trading strategies. Like the Elliott wave traders, put 5 of them in a room, you get 5 different analysis. But honestly, if anybody who uses those and is profitable with them, you have nothing but my respect and admiration, because I looked into them for about 2 weeks, and I just like the whole time I'm just like, bleh. Right? Like, just a whole lot of nothing. So anyway, I forgot to turn my, just noticing I forgot to turn my little camera on. There we go. There, now you can see me. So, yeah, anyway. Okay, so let's go to, I wanted to look at the 5-minute chart of CL and GC, some really good trading there. Look at the way this rolled off a cliff prior to the open. Now, keep in mind with gold and oil, not always, more active during the New York sessions, right? But you often, unlike some of the indexes, you'll often get major moves in the CL and the GC prior to or after the New York trading hours. Very strong move down here as we moved into the New York Open. GC was just again stayed above VWAP all day. If you were just playing VWAP moves off of +1 standard deviation anytime after the New York Open, you had a very, very good day. So as far as the NQ goes, again, guys, we kept our what have we talked about being one of the characteristics of this market? The first significant, not necessarily the first move, but the first significant move above or below VWAP tends to hold for the rest of the day. And in this case, right here, about an hour after open, we finally got a sustained move below VWAP, below -1 standard deviation, and from there all the way down to 18,440. We did breach VWAP here in the last 20 minutes of the day. Or actually, this is right at 3 o'clock, excuse me. So right at the close. But other than that, guys, it was, anywhere in through here, anyway in through here. Short trades ruled up until you got to this point here. And, a little bit of a nice buying tail here. Not a whole lot of patterns there that could have found your way up unless you're chasing trades. So just be careful of that. All right, guys, I wanted to get to the lesson of the day today because something came up in my group earlier that I want to talk about. And I think it was a very good lesson, right? And so I have a small community, guys, of people that I work with, and we talk strategies, we talk charts, we talk a lot of different things, but we also get pretty heavy into trading psychology. Now, guys, trading psychology is not a sexy thing to teach. It's not a sexy thing to sell courses on or anything like that. I can tell you this, okay, I have worked for several different places, including a major brokerage. I've put together probably 30 or 40 different trading video courses over the years, right? If I had to show somebody, a newer trader, okay, and this newer trader said, "Man, I'm going to give you 5 hours of my time, or 4 to 5 hours of my time, anything, whatever, what do you have that is going to be most helpful to me long-term in my trading career?" I'm not going to give him a strategy. I'm not going to give him a candlestick charting. I'm not going to give him Renko chart. I'm going to give him trading psychology, right? I put together, guys, it was the most proud moment I think of my trading career. I finished off a 7. This was my previous stop. I was working for the educational arm of Trade Station, and I was asked to put together a very deep trading psychology course, right? I spent about 2 months putting this thing together, all right? Went back, reread The Disciplined Trader, did all these different things, built out a whole methodology in a course, put it all together, and one person bought it, all right? And we advertised the hell out of it. I spent about 4 hours putting together a strategy course on a pretty simple pattern, but something that had worked very well for me when I was doing my options trading. And the whole thing took about a week to put together and edit, and it was about half as long as the trading psychology course and priced twice as much, and it sold through the roof, right? Because everybody, newer traders, all have the exact same thing that I had when I came in. Man, shut up. Just give me the strategy, right? Some of you are probably thinking that right now. Man, shut up and put the charts back up and tell me what to look for tomorrow so I can trade. I can make money, okay? And I get that because I was that way too. In fact, I was probably more of that way and more stubborn of that way than any of you were, okay? But you really have to understand how much trading in general, forget about winning trading, losing trading. Trading in general can mess with your mind. The analogy I've used many times before, and I know those of you that have been watching the show, you know there's about 8 to 10 themes I harp on, and we kind of every 2 or 3 days we hit another one. So we're month 5 of this show now. We've already hit these 8 to 10 things probably 3 times, and you'll probably hear them another 2 or 3 through as we get into the end of the calendar 2024. But really understand that trading is unlike anything else you'll do in your life. Well, no shit, Matt. Tell us how to make money. All right, I get it. But we have all, I'm assuming everybody here, unless you're an heir or an heiress to something, and if that's the case, go spend your money. What the hell are you doing in here? We've all worked a job, okay? And jobs mostly pay you in 2 ways, hourly or yearly. There may, if you're a contractor, you may go month to month on some stuff. I do a lot of contract stuff, including this show, right? So I get all that. But we have been told our entire lives, and what's the old phrase? Time is money. Time is money. Well, it is, very literally, right? If we have a $70,000 a year job, good pay, right? We know if we work the entire year and don't get fired, that you will have $70,000 more than you had at the beginning of the year, before taxes, of course, and before bills. But you understand what I'm saying. If you've ever worked an hourly job, right? I literally, like a lot of you guys, flipped burgers when I was in high school. Okay, thankfully not at McDonald's, a little small family-owned joint around here. Okay, so I worked at the time for, was it about $5.75 an hour? This was back like 2000, 2001. So I knew if I worked 10 hours, I was $57 richer. Richer. Okay, as long as I didn't get fired and before taxes, etc. Trading is not like that. Okay, I probably worked in trading. Okay, obviously did a bunch of other stuff and worked with some clients, had a couple of conversations, but I really worked about 2 hours today and made over $3,000. Okay, that is very much unlike anything else out there, where time does not directly attach to money. Okay, some of you guys worked all day today and lost money. Right? Some of you maybe worked less than me and made more than me. That's great. I applaud you. But until we understand and get some of these basic lessons through our head, we're really going to struggle to trade consistently. Okay. Now, yes, there is I will call it a semi-linear relationship between time spent learning about trading, screen time, all of those things, and making money, right? Because sure, I only worked a couple hours today in actual direct trading. But what that doesn't include is the thousands of hours that I've put in learning about trades, making trades, evaluating trades, coming up with new trades, testing those trades, journaling those trades, self-journaling my mental state, all of those kinds of things that have led me to the point where I can do what I did today with very minimal stress. Okay, don't get me started on that hack Gladwell and his $10,000 hours. Like what a revolutionary concept. Somebody spends a lot of time learning something, they get good at it. Ooh, tell us another one, Brainiac, right? But the core concept is as simple as it is, and as much as he tries to make 400 pages out of it, I wish I could have the hours back of my life I spent reading that crap. But it's still true, right? And so for somebody who maybe has 50 hours into their trading career versus somebody that has $5,000 or 5,000 hours in their trading career, which one's most likely in a given day going to make more money? All right, they did a big study on chess players several years ago. I mean, chess has been around forever. They've done tons of studies on chess players. And sure, there is an occasional true genius in chess that just sees things and anticipates things and does things better than anyone, right? But by and large, the better chess players, surprise, have played more games. They have more experience. They've seen more patterns on the board. Same thing with traders. The more patterns we've seen, the more times we've seen it play out, our brains can recognize those things. Our brains are amazing pattern recognition machines, right? You know, if you have to have a major surgery, who do you want performing the surgery? An intern who, I know they don't let interns perform major surgery on their first day, right? But would you rather have somebody who has, I've practiced on the surgical dummy 100 times. I know what I'm doing. Or would you rather have the surgeon who's done 250 successful surgeries of this kind, right? You know, they put the mask on you as you're fading out. The last thing you do not want to hear is the doctor going, all right, guys, this is my first time. Let's see how it goes, right? So again, there is that semi-linear relationship, but at the same time, guys, trading defies every single thing that we've done in the other parts of our life. And guys, I had somebody say to me early on in my trading career, and I'll say it to you now, and this is 100% true. It is very difficult to go from being a trader who consistently loses money to one who inconsistently makes money. You know, you're generally green, but you do yo-yo a little bit. Your account balance goes up over the course of a month, but maybe only a few $100s. Like you're green, but, you get what I'm saying. But to take that step from inconsistently profitable to consistently profitable, I won't say day after day. I've got red days like everybody does, but it's been a while since I've had a red week. It's been a long time since I've had a red month. Okay, so it takes a lot of mental discipline to get there. Why? Because our brains sit there and tell us, "Damn, this is no." Even some part today of my brain is I'm looking at my P&L at the end of the day. This was actually one of the reasons I stopped, because my brain started going, "There's no way. This is too good to be true, bro. You've grinded out whole months where you've barely made what you made today. I've grinded out whole months I didn't make what I made in 2 hours today." Okay. And believe it or not, like instead of having a healthy ego is good in this business, being arrogant is not good, but saying, you know what? yeah, I made that money today because I've busted my ass for nearly 10 years to get good at what I'm doing. And guys, I will tell you, I'm 10 years into this, and there are still days that just kind of confound me. And when I don't know what's going on or I don't think things are acting weird, I stay out. Okay? It will take you 2 to 3 years of daily day trading for you to start actually kind of feeling comfortable and that you know what you're doing. I'm not saying you can't make money before then. Okay, hopefully you learn a few basic patterns. You learn your trading psychology in 3 to 6 months. Maybe you're making some withdrawals. But it's going to take you probably three years before you sit down with that level of confidence that knowing, like, guys, I can't tell you if I'm going to make any money tomorrow. But if you tell me you're going to get 3 really good setups, I will tell you I'm definitely going to make money today. I don't know how many setups I'm going to get, but I know what I'm going to do with the ones that pop up. Okay? Whew. So that's a lot, guys. So we're going to go ahead and open up the mailbag for the last couple minutes of the show here. If you have any questions for the mailbag, feel free to reach out. Trader Matt on Discord or matt@TiresiasTrading.com. Also, guys, this Thursday at 9 a.m., I am... Hold on just a second. I'm speaking at the Mad Hedge Fund Trader event. This is a free event put on by John Thomas, who's one of the most famous newsletter writers. He's been doing this for, over 50 years, right? I just put the link in the chat. You'll see that it's medhedge.com with a little my source code after it. I don't get any money if you guys sign up because I'm doing this for free, but it makes me look good when a lot of people show up on my behalf. So I really appreciate you using my code to sign up. There's 3 days of talk. Starts tomorrow morning. I go Thursday at 9 o'clock. Any talk that you attend and you stay for the majority of, and check it's a lot of swing traders, guys, not a lot of day traders. I think there's only 1 or 2 others besides me. But any talk you show up for, including mine, you get entered for giveaways from that particular trader, and I'm giving away about $3,000 worth of stuff. But you got to be there for the majority of my talk. That's this Thursday, 9 a.m. You sign up, and they'll send you a Zoom link the next 3 mornings. If you can't make it, they will also send you a link at the end for all the recordings. The Tasty Trade guys show up to this. John Thomas talks, I think, every day. More knowledge in half day of this than you'll get a lot of other places, so I highly encourage you to check that out. So I will take any questions you may have, guys, in the chat, and if there's none, then we'll button this show up for the day. Thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, musings. Man, I'm looking forward to that glass of bourbon here in a few minutes. That's why I'm giving you guys like 30 more seconds to answer questions, and then we're... Thank you, Marco. I appreciate that. What is your favorite trading psychology book? The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas, and it's not close. Jared Tendler's book is very good. Brent Steenbarger has some good books out there, but he's a psychologist who became a trader, whereas Mark Douglas, who was a trader, he didn't become a psychologist. He didn't get licensed, but he studied psychology and then took it back to trading. The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas, it's like 230 pages. It could have been about 150. He repeats himself a lot, but to be fair, it's some very important lessons. So if you've never read that book, guys, order it. If you're within a 1-day delivery for Amazon, you can get it tomorrow, and you can have it read by the end of the week, and I highly encourage that. All right, guys. Well, if that's it, we will wrap up this edition of Beyond the Bell. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're just getting started this week. It's a full week, so we've got shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and... Yeah, we have giveaways from time to time. Sometimes we have flash sales. Sometimes we announce them. Sometimes we don't. You never know. Do you recommend trading the 50K account using micros and 150 using minis? Well, with the 150, I think your maximum position size is 5 micros. Any eval account, guys, I recommend starting with a position size of 5 to 8 micros. Any of them. I don't care what it is. Actually, if it's a 25K, I'd go 3 to 5. All right? Get good at trading using micros, guys, because there's less pressure, and then all you got to do is scale. If you spend 6 months trading micros and you make, let's say, $200 a day, and you start to gradually increase your position size, before you know it, you'll be making 1K a day. 1K a day keeps the job away. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to sign up for the June competition, which starts tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow for another edition of Beyond the Bell. Good night.